Saudi Arabia Kuriad sababu nimepatikana na mfano atachukua mniokoe mira una sonde peri akal sonde peri adine kapatka.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, please do go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. Come on, 1 2 3 4 5, smash it. Go on, please support us here on the channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support. Please do continue to support your girl. Now I'm about to talk about this particular topic, and it's just about how migrant workers are being treated in the Middle East. I was reading an article yesterday, and basically it was talking about how, you know, African migrant workers are being sort of detained in hellish conditions in these centers. Some cases they've been beaten, you know, they've been really beaten, you know, they are crowded, they're sleeping on the concrete floor, and you know, 1 or 2 people have already committed suicide. And it's just so sad that this is still happening in the 21st century. How sad, how disappointing, you know, that black people in some parts of the world are basically still being treated like slaves, guys. It's just heartbreaking that another human being can treat other human beings like this. Like, it's just, when is it going to stop? Like, we see what's going on in America, like we see what's going on in the UK, you know, how like COVID disproportionately affect black people. You know, COVID is not racist. COVID-19 is not racist. So explain, you know, it is racism. Why do we have to treat people this way? You know, I know it's not a surprise. It's been happening for decades upon decades, and people have been protesting for change, you know, for equality, you know, for black people to be basically treated as human beings. Why is it that we have to be treated in a particular way because of the color of our skin? And, you know, these people talk about human rights and all of this stuff, but look how these people are being treated. Like, this is not the first time, you know, people like myself will talk about how migrant workers are being treated in the Middle East. You know, stories keep coming out time and time again through different social media platforms, you know, under the Kafala system, where basically, you know, an individual sponsors an African migrant worker. When they arrive in the country, their passport's taken away, they can't leave the country without permission, and they can't even get another job without permission. And in many of these cases, like with the women, they are raped, you know, they are maltreated, they're abused physically, emotionally, sexually, and it's disgusting. You know, these people, they hide behind religion, and look at what they do to our people. Our brothers and sisters are suffering in the Middle East, and our governments need to take some accountability for what is happening to these people. How can you treat people like this and call yourself also a human being? How can you, you know, allow this to happen? Our leaders on the continent, look at what's happening to our people.
Saudi Arabia Kuriad sababu nimepatikana na mfano atachukua mniokoe mira una sonde peri akal sonde peri adine kapatka.
2.8 million women work as maids in the Middle East. Many have their passports confiscated on arrival, and some find themselves trapped inside homes where they're overworked, underpaid, and physically abused. Emma Mbura is a Kenyan senator who campaigns for the rights of Kenyan women who are sent as domestic servants to the Middle East. Today she's on her way to the hospital to visit Mary, a Kenyan maid who is badly burned in a fire at her employer's home in Jordan.
Maria kapigia nduru wakaamka. Mama, nini Maria? Nachomeka. Nisaidie mama. Alipotamka nilihisi kuna mtu ananipigia mateke.
For a month, no one in Jordan, not her employers or the recruitment agency, informed Mary's family of the accident until she was put on a plane home. Now this is her.
No, the world has come to know what is happening. As a mother, as a leader, I will not stand, I will not sit and watch this kind of... We are not animals. There is no slave trade anymore.
Despite stories of abuse, thousands of women from Kenya and Ghana still sign up with recruitment agencies, like this one in Jordan.
ماشي الحال؟
لا والله احنا على تركيز السوق الاردني على الغانيات بالدرجه الاولى احسن من كينيا. انا بالنسبه لي
احسن من كينيا؟
احسن من كينيا.
احنا كينيا احلى.
لا انا بقول لك هلا شوف، الكينيه تعليمها اعلى. هدول الشعب اللي هم بيضوا هارد وركر. انا بعت لك اخر جروب وصل شو محلاها؟
ايه هودي ايه
سنه 11 بنت اياها.
ايه بعقده شو خيي هيك يوصلوا كميه غير شكل.
You are welcome here. And you have a good choice that you have Mr. Yusuf. He's one of the best agencies in Jordan.
Thank you, Dad. We must call you Dad.
Really? Thank you.
يا حبيبي بلشنا.
I appreciate. Thank you very much. And you too also so beautiful, really.
Thank you.
Neither of these agents is accused of abuse, but the abuse does happen, often behind closed doors and usually unreported. Some women, though, escape to safe houses, like this Caritas Center in Lebanon, where they are free to tell their stories.
He came where I was sleeping and he told me, I want you. And I told him, no, I can't, I'm married. And he told me, you're in my house, you have to obey my roles in this house.
I was feeling confused, even I was wishing I would die. It was hard. I don't want to remember it.
Marivik? Give me lighter. I don't think there is a human rights in this world. No way. Maybe in Europe, but not in the Middle East.
In 2012, Kenya banned women from travelling to the Middle East as domestic workers. But recently they lifted that ban and signed new deals with Saudi Arabia, Lebanon and Jordan. Mary Mbela, the maid who was burnt while working in Jordan, died of her injuries a month after she was returned to Kenya. Her family was never compensated, while the fight against the trade in domestic servants continues for Emma Mbura.
Kwa sababu wanaokwenda Saudia ni wasichana wengi ambao mara nyingi si wasomi kutoka kwetu Mijikenda. Mimi leo siondoki hapa mpaka nikae na nyinyi wa mama kando na tupange hilo Kilifi County kama wanawake.
Here on YouTube and other platforms, many of us, we highlight what the Chinese are doing in Africa. But it's time that we highlight what our brothers and sisters in the Middle East are encountering. It's time that we raise awareness, and it's time that we leave no stones unturned. We can't allow for this to continue to happen. It needs to be addressed. We need to raise our voices and say enough is enough.
Okay, let's follow her. One migrant worker dies every week in Lebanon.
and told me that here is a cemetery. I will kill you in the night and throw you there.
Rarely seen on camera, we followed the escape of just one worker fleeing for her life.
The Kafala system is modern-day slavery. There's no two ways about it.
It looks like such an ordinary moment, but it's far from that. Okay, let's follow her. Okay. Go. It's the story of an escape from slavery, and you're watching it as it's happening. Sarah, 26, from Ghana, is stuck in Lebanon. She's allowed us to capture this moment as she slips away from abusive families she's been working for. Well, we're just approaching Beirut now, and the first stage of her escape is almost complete. In a suburb, she's met by another Ghanaian woman who escaped a similar ordeal a few months ago. Our introduction is brief and filmed discreetly. How are you doing? Okay? Cameras here will rouse suspicion. How are you feeling?
I have to take it like that, whether I'm feeling good or not.
You're feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go inside and we'll have a chat inside.
I came to Lebanon to work and get money. I work with some woman, the one who bring me in Lebanon. First day, when I came there, he received me good with the husband. They were good to me. Only 1 week they change. If you do any mistake, she will use her shoes to be beating you. So there, the lashes was too much for me. I ran.
I'm sorry, so they hit you with shoes?
Yes. You will not sleep early. If she is coming to wake you up, she will use her shoes to wake me up. So I decided to run. I ran from the house.
Sarah is not her real name. We've changed it at her request to protect her from reprisals. She's a victim of a system called Kafala, Arabic for sponsorship. Migrants encouraged to the Middle East for work, but with no rights at all. Their agents control their lives and their destiny. So you managed to escape from that first family?
Yes. So I went to another different family from my office they give me some woman. I went there to work too. There were sexual harassment. It's too much. One of my madam's brother, he want to sleep with me. He told me that this is $20. Take and let me spend my night with you. I said, no, I didn't come here because of sex and money. The next day he came. I was in the bathroom scribing. He came with naked. He didn't wear anything. He hold knife and do me like this and tell me, do you know this? I said knife. So he put it on my neck and told me that if you don't know and you tell my sister, I will kill you. Here is a cemetery. I will kill you in the night and throw you there. No one will know that it's me. So I was quiet and listened to him. He told me, from today going, every day I have to suck your breast. I have to do this, I have to do this. I don't even want to remember because what this guy did to me, it was very painful. It was very painful.
I'm so sorry. The challenges and the dangers ahead are still huge. She has no papers and no money.
No, I don't have the passport now.
Who has the passport?
It's with my agent. I don't have the passport. The agent owned me. She collect money from me. She collect my money. She beat me and collect my money from my hand.
This is not an isolated case. Far from it. There are 250,000 migrant domestic workers in Lebanon, all under this system.
The Kafala system is modern-day slavery. There's no two ways about it.
Human rights groups have lobbied politicians for years, but nothing has changed.
Unfortunately, most people here still don't understand the inherent racism of the Kafala system. They think that the abuse that we see day in and day out is the result of a few bad employers rather than a system that is built on the exploitation and subjugation of these women.
And it's widespread.
It really is. I mean, people think that they have a right to have a migrant domestic worker live in their homes 24/7, be confined to her room, not have her passport with her. These are all things that, because of decades of practice, have just become completely normalized.
And this goes beyond domestic workers. Outside African embassies across the city, migrants are waiting for their nation's help. At the Sudanese embassy, they are men. Lebanon's economy is collapsing. And so these labourers have literally been dumped by their employers.
They take us as slaves. Even I use myself, they take me as a slave. There are many people who is arranging themselves to come. They shouldn't come, because this journey is do and die. It's very, very serious case. They shouldn't come.
The Lebanese government has in the past acknowledged that the system needs reforms, but they've yet to be implemented. Our requests for an interview have not been met. The charity who helped Sarah escape will now work with Ghana's embassy to try to get her and so many others like her home.
It's time we woke up to the realities of this world. What black people are facing around the world. The everyday struggles, the discrimination. Modern day slavery still exists, and black people are still fighting for a place in the world. Enough is enough. Guys, please share this video. Let other people know what is happening. We can't remain silent. We won't remain silent. We must not remain silent. Enough is enough.